Praise God, O moon and shining stars. Praise Him, all creation near and far. When the day is dawning through the darkest night, lift His name forever high. Praise God, praise God. Awake my soul and sing. Praise God, praise God. Hallelujah to the King. Hallelujah to the King.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. Sorry, may nag-echo pa. Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. As you can see, this will be our program flow. The first, we do the doxology, national anthem, and now, after that, we will introduce the speakers, where I will introduce to you the speakers, the discussion of topics, and we will jump on to the question and answers, awarding of certificates, and closing remarks. Before we formally start the seminar, I would like to remind everyone to please mute your mic during topic discussions. Later on, we will have time to unmute our mics and ask our questions to the speakers. And also, please continue to turn off your camera so that to avoid distracting the speakers as they discuss. Later, we will have a group picture after the program where you can turn on your camera. To officially start, I introduce to you our first speaker, Ms. Shainna Mae Aguilar. She is currently taking Bachelor of Science in Information Technology in Universidad de Manila. She will discuss the topic about business intelligence.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Shainna Mae Aguilar, and today I will be discussing business intelligence. So, let's have here the definition of business intelligence. Business intelligence, or BI, can be described as a set of techniques and tools for the acquisition and transformation of raw data into meaningful and useful information for business analysis purposes. And the term data servicing is more often associated with business intelligence functionality. BI technology can handle large amount of organized and occasionally unstructured data to assist in the identification, development, and creation of new strategic business possibilities. The purpose of BI is to make it simple to comprehend enormous amount of data. Business may gain a competitive market edge and long-term stability by identifying new possibilities and adopting an effective plan based on insight. In addition, BI may utilize to assist a wide range of business decisions from operational to strategic. Product positioning and price are examples of basic operational choices, and at the broadcast level, strategic business choices comprise priorities, goals, and direction. In all circumstances, BI or business intelligence is most successful when it combines data collected from the market in which a company works with data derived from firm sources internal to the business, such as financial and operations data. When external and internal data are merged, they can give a more comprehensive picture resulting in intelligence that cannot be gleaned from a single piece of data. BI tools, among other things, enable organizations to acquire insight into new market and demand the sustainability of product and services. Just to continue, business intelligence is made up of an increasing number of components, including multidimensional aggregation and allocation, denormalization, tagging and standardization, real-time reporting with analytical alert, a method of interfacing with unstructured data sources, group of consolidation, budgeting and rolling forecast, statistical interference and probabilistic simulation, key performance indicator optimization, version control and process management, and lastly is an open item management. So before we proceed, let's first have a brief history of business intelligence. The word business intelligence first appears in Richard Miller Devens from 1865 Cyclopedia of Commercial and Business Anecdotes. Devens used the phrase to explain how banker Sir Henry Furness profited by obtaining and acting on information about his surroundings before his competitors. Um, he maintained a comprehensive and faultless train of commercial intelligence throughout Holland, Flanders, France, and Germany. The news of the several engagements was delivered to him first, and fault of number increased his earnings as a result of his early reception of the news. Next is IBM research Hans-Peter Lahn coined the phrase business intelligence on 1958 publication. He used Webster definition of intelligence, which is the ability to comprehend the interrelationship of supplied information in such a way that action may be directed towards a desired goal. Next is business intelligence. As we know, it is now have grown from decision support system, which began in 1960s and continued to develop until mid 1980s. DSS arose from computer aid models developed to aid in decision making and planning. And from the beginning in the late of 1980s, their data warehouses, executive information system, OLAP, and business intelligence emerged from DSS. Lastly is Howard Dresner proposed the term business intelligence in 1989 as an umbrella term to describe concepts and methods to improve business decision making by using a fact-based support system, but it was not widely used until the late 1990s. So the next topic is data warehousing. BI application frequently use data from a data warehouse or a data mart, and the ideas of BI and data warehouse are commonly combined as BI/DW or BIDW. A data warehouse is a copy of analytical data that aids decision making. However, not all data warehouses are useful for business intelligence, and not all business intelligence applications necessitate the usage of data warehouse. To differentiate between business intelligence and data warehouse, Forrester Research define business intelligence in two ways. First is business intelligence is defined broadly as a set of methodologies, processes, architectures, and technologies that transform raw data into meaningful and useful information that is used to enable more effective strategic, tactical, and operational insight and decision making. Second is the narrower business intelligence market, according to Forrester, refers to only the top tiers of the BI architectural stack, such as reporting, analytics, and dashboards. Comparison with competitive intelligence. Though the term business intelligence and competitive intelligence are sometimes used interchangeably because they both support decision making, BI analyze mostly internal structured data and business processes, whereas competitive intelligence gather, analyze, and disseminate information with a topical focus on company competitors. In a broad sense, business intelligence might encompass a subset of competitive intelligence. For comparison with business intelligence and business analytics are terms that are sometimes used interchangeably, yet they have different definitions. According to one definition, business intelligence relates to gathering company data to obtain information largely through questioning, reporting, and online analytical procedures. And in contrast, business analytics use statistical and quantitative methods for explanatory and predictive modeling. Thomas Davenport, a professor of information technology and management at Babson College, proposes dividing business intelligence into querying, reporting, and online analytical processing, or OLAP, an alert tool, and business analytics. Business analytics, according to this definition, is a subset of BI that focuses on statistic, prediction, and optimization rather than reporting functions. Next is application in an enterprise. Business intelligence can be applied to the following business purposes in order to drive business value. First is measurement, wherein a program that develops a hierarchy of performance indicators and benchmarking to tell the company leaders about progress toward business objectives. Second is analytics is a software that creates quantitative methods for a corporation to make best judgment and find business knowledge. Data mining, process mining, analysis, predictive analytics, predictive modeling, and business process modeling, data lineage, complex event processing, and a prescriptive analytics are frequently used. Third is reporting and enterprise reporting. It is a program that creates infrastructure for strategic reporting to support a company's strategic management rather than operational reporting. Fourth is collaboration platform, wherein a program that encourages diverse parts of the organization, both internal and external, to collaborate through data exchange and electronic data interchange. Last is knowledge management. It is a program that aims to make the organization data driven by implementing methods and process that identify, produce, and represent share, and allow the adaptation of actual business knowledge, insight, and experiences. So in addition to foregoing, business intelligence can take a proactive approach such as alert capability that alerts the end user instantly if particular cases are satisfied. For example, if a business statistic surpasses a predefined threshold, it will highlighted in regular reports and the business analyst will be notified through email or another monitoring services. This comprehensive produce necessitates data governance which should be handled by an expert.
You are muted. You are muted.
Prioritization of projects. It can be challenging to present a compelling business case for business intelligence efforts, and projects are frequently prioritized through strategic objectives. Managers should consider the following when prioritizing business intelligence initiatives inside their organization. First is, according to Kimball, the BI manager must assess the actual advantages, such as elimination of the expense of providing legacy reports. Next is, data access must be enforced for the entire company. In this method, even a minor gain, such as few minutes saved, add up when multiplied by the total number of employees in the firm. Next was suggested by Ross, Whale, and Robertson for enterprise architecture. The manager should consider allowing their business initiatives with strong business reason to drive the BI project. To complement this strategy, the corporation needs enterprise architects who can identify ap- appropriate business initiatives. Lastly is using an organized and quantitative process such as weighted decision matrix to produce defensible prioritizing in line with the actual demands of the company. Next is success factors of implementation. So, Kimball stated that firms should evaluate three essential aspects before embarking on a business intelligence project. First is the project degree of commitment and support from high management. Second is the degree to which a firm needs a business intelligence implementation. Third is the quantity and the quality of available business data. Business sponsorship. According to Kimball, the most crucial factors for assessment are senior management commitment and sponsorship. This is the this is the subject wherein having a strong management support helps to overcome flaws elsewhere in the project. Again, according to Kimball, even the most elegantly designed DWBI system cannot overcome a lack of business management sponsorship. It is critical that project participants have a clear understanding on the benefits of the downside of deploying a BI system, and the greatest business sponsors should well connected within the corporation and have organizational power. It is excellent if the corporate sponsor is demanding while still being realistic and supportive if the implementation encounters delay or setbacks. So the management sponsor must also be prepared to accept accountability and responsibility for project failures and setbacks. So support from several members of management guarantees that the project does not fail if one member of the steering committee departs. However, having many managers collaborate on the project can mean that there are several competing interests attempting to pull the project in different directions, such as if the different departments want to emphasize their usage, this problem may be avoided by doing an early and detailed examination of the business sectors that will benefit the most from the deployment. Um, all project stakeholders should engage in this analysis in order to feel invested in the project and identify common ground. Business needs. Because of the strong interaction with senior management, another crucial factor that must be evaluated before the project begins is if there is a business need and whatever there is, a clear financial advantage to implementing the solution. The demands and rewards of implementation are sometimes driven by rivalry and the desire to obtain a commercial edge. Another rationale for a business-driven approach to business intelligence design adoption is to purchase another organization, which may sometimes be useful to install DW or BI in order to generate greater supervision. Companies that apply business intelligence are frequently huge international corporates with several subsidiaries. So the amount and the quality of available data. Any BI intelligence implementation fails without sustainable data or with insufficient quality data, regardless of management sponsorship or business-driven motive. Data profiling is recommended prior to adoption. This analysis determines that data content, consistency, and organization should be done as early in the process as feasible. And if there is analysis reveals that the data is inadequate, the project should be placed on hold temporarily until IT department works out how to properly gather the data. So when preparing for business data and business intelligence, requirement, it is always ideal to think about specific situations that relate to a given company and then choose the business intelligence features that are most suited for the scenario. Scenarios frequently center on a various business processes, each based on one or more data sources. Uh, these sources are employed by features that display data to knowledge workers as information. Sources I who then acts on that information. So the organization business requirements for each business process implemented match to the basic phases of business intelligence, and crucial and these critical business intelligence steps include but are not limited to first, examine corporate data sources to gather required information. Second is convert business data to information and show it in an acceptable manner. Third is data mining and analysis. Fourth is take action based on the information gathered. And the quality aspect in business intelligence should cover all the process from the source data to the final report. At each at each step, the quality gates are different. First is for source data. It is data standardization. So make data comparable. So same unit, same pattern, or master data management, which is unique and referential. Next is operational data store or yung ODS. It is data cleansing. It detect and correct inaccurate data, or data profiling wherein they check inappropriate value or null empty. Third is the data warehouse. It sees the completeness wherein it check all the expected data are loaded. The referential integrity, which is unique and existing referential from overall sources, or the consistency between sources, wherein it checks and consolidated the data versus the sources. Fourth is reporting, wherein it sees the uniqueness of indicators and only one shared dictionaries of indicators, or the formula of accuracy, wherein local reporting formula should be avoided or checked. User aspect. To successfully integrate the use of business intelligence tools in a firm, several considerations must be taken. Finally, in order for the BI system to offer value to the company, it must be adopted and used by the user. So if the system usability is poor, users may feel dissatisfied and spend a significant amount of time finding out how to use the system, or they may not be able to use the system at all. So if the system does not contribute to the user's mission, they will not utilize it. So to boost acceptability of a BI system, it may be beneficial to contact business customers early in the DW and BI lifecycle, such as during the requirements um, collecting phase. So this can give information about the business process and what the users require from the BI system. So when obtaining requirements from business users, the local IT department should be engaged to establish the extent to which the business needs may be met based on the given data. So using a user-centered approach throughout the design and development stages may increase the likelihood of a quick user acceptance of the BI system. So, aside from concentrating on the user experience provided by BI apps, it may also motivate users to use the system by introducing an element of competitiveness. So, Kimball advises adding a feature to the Business Intelligence Gateway website that allows users to view system utilization reports to be discovered by their managers and see how well their departments are doing and compare themselves to others, which may motivate them to push their people to use the BI system even more. For BI portals, the principal access interface of the data warehouse and business intelligence application is a business intelligence portal. The BI portal provides the user with their initial impression of the DWBI system, and it is often a web-based application through which the user has access to all the DWBI systems, individual services, reports, and another analytical features. Um, the BI portal must be designed in such a way that users of the DWBI application may easily access the program's features. So the primary objective of the BI portal is to offer a navigation mechanism for the DWBI application. So the following is a list desirable features for web portals in general and BI portals in particular. First is usable. Users should easily find what they need in the BI tool. Next is the content must be rich. So the portal is not just a report printing tool, it should be contain more functionality such as advice, help, support information, and documentation. Next is clean. So the portal should be designed so it is easily understandable and not over complex as to confuse the users. Next is current. The portal should be updated regularly. Next is interactive. The portal should be implemented in a way that it makes it easy for the user to use its functionality and encourage them to use the portal, scalability and customization given by the user. Next is value oriented. It is important that the user has the feeling that the DWBI is a valuable resources that is worth working on. For the marketplace, there are a variety of business intelligence providers, sometimes divided between independent pure play vendors and consolidated mega vendors that have joined the market as a result of the BI industry recent acquisition trend. The market for business intelligence is steadily expanding. So business intelligence services generated $13.1 billion in sales in 2012, so some business that implement BI software elect to pick and choose from several product offerings rather than purchasing a single fully integrated solution. So for industry, so semi-structured or unstructured data. Businesses generate a massive quantity of important information in the form of emails, memos, call center notes, news, user groups, chat reports, web pages, presentation, and news. So according to Merrill Lynch, these formats include more than 85% of all business information. This data These data kinds are known as semi-structured or unstructured data. Organization, on the other hand, frequently only utilize these papers once, so semi-structured data management is considered as a key unresolved topic in the information technology sectors. So, according to Gardner from 2003 forecast, white-collar employees spend 30 to 40% of their time searching, discovering, and analyzing unstructured data, and BI employs both structured and unstructured structured data. Although the former is easily searchable, while the latter provides a vast amount of information required for analysis and decision making. So organization may not rely on this large reservoir of information that might affect a specific decision, job, or project due to the difficulties of adequately searching, identifying, and analyzing unstructured or semi-structured data, but this can eventually lead to an ill-informed decisions. Developing BI semi-structured data present various issues. So some of these, according to Inman Nesevich, are first, physically accessing unstructured textual data. It is unstructured data that is stored in a wide range of forms. Second is terminology. There is a need for researchers and analysis to produce a standardized terminology. Next is the volume of data. So, as previously indicated, up to 85% of all data exists as a semi-structured data. Combine that with the necessity for word-to-word and semantic analysis. Last is searchability of unstructured textual data. It is a simple search on certain data such as Apple returns links containing references to that specific search phrase. The use of metadata. It is vital to understand the content in order to overcome difficulties with searchability and data evaluation, but this may be accomplished by using metadata to add context. So many systems already collect some metadata such as file name, author, or and size, but metadata is the actual content. For example, the summary, subject, and individuals or corporation mentioned would be more valuable. So automatic categorization and information extraction are two strategies for creating metadata about material. 2009 paper predicted these developments in the business intelligence market, wherein because of lack of information, processes, and tools, through 2012, more than 35% of the top 5,000 global companies regularly fail to make insightful decisions about significant changes in their business. And by 2012, business units will control at least 40% of the total budget for business intelligence, and by 2012, one-third of analytic applications is applied to business process and will deliver through a coarse-grained application mashup. And BI has a huge scope of entrepreneurship. However, majority of new entrepreneurs ignore its potential. So in 2009, Information Management special report predicted that the top BI trends is green computing, social networking services, data visualization, mobile BI, predictive analytics, composite applications, cloud computing, and multi-touch. And research undertaken in 2014 indicated that employees are more likely to have success and more likely to engage with cloud-based BI tools than traditional tools.
Thank you very much, Ms. Aguilar, for your enlightening discussion about what business intelligence is. I was enlightened that business intelligence provides companies or organizations with the data they need to make important decisions. Moving on to our second topic, I am sad to announce that unfortunately, Ms. Amanda cannot come because of emergency. But so for our second topic, I will introduce to you our beloved Professor, Mr. Marmelo Abante, to discuss Mr. Amandi's topic on his behalf. Dr. Abante is a doctor of education, major in educational management, a doctor in information technology, a doctor of philosophy and in information technology, and a doctor in business administration. Dr. Abante will be discussing the topic mobile business intelligence.
Okay, so thank you very much, no, Madam MC. So, of course, the mobile business intelligence is one of a coverage of the introduction to business intelligence. And the capacity that enables the mobile workforce to get business insights through information analysis using applications designed for mobile devices is known as mobile business intelligence, or also known as mobile BI for or mobile intelligence. No? A computer-based methods for identifying, locating, and evaluating company data such as sales, revenue by items and or departments are related expenses and incomes are known as business intelligence. So, mobile BI has only just begun to gain traction despite the fact that the idea of mobile computing has been around for more than 10 years. And this movement has been aided in part by the transition from the wired world, no, to a wireless one, one that benefits from smartphones, ushering, of course, in a new era of mobile computing, particularly, no, in the field of business intelligence. Okay, BI, no, of course, as I mentioned earlier, no, a variety of market pressures, including need for increased business process efficiency, an increase in employee productivity, no, time spent looking for information, better and faster decision making, better customer service, no, and provision of real-time bi-directional data access to make decision whenever and wherever. However, despite that would seems to be its benefits, mobile business intelligence is still in its early adopter stage. Given the perceived absence of concrete business use cases and return of investment, some companies are still skeptical of the benefits of the company, and mobile BI adoption is still lagging behind other enterprise mobile applications. So, information delivery to mobile devices using proprietary software or a web browser on a personal computer to connect to BI apps is the most common way to access BI data. And these BI apps as databases to information beginning in the late 1990s. Now, as history, no, BI system provided different options for data delivery, including as email and, of course, mobile devices. No, we have, of course, static data push. No, Initially, push data was sent to mobile devices like pagers before, no, during our time, no, maybe right now it's not available, and cell phone via short message services, no, the SMS or text messaging. And these apps, no, had very little information and no data interaction, and they were made for particular mobile devices. As a result, the early mobile BI applications had high design and maintenance costs and offered little informative value, which caused them to be unpopular. So data access via a mobile browser. Simple data or simple tables of data could be read using the mobile browser on a smartphone. A handheld computer that also functions as a mobile phone. Small screen sizes, inexperienced mobile browsers, and delayed data transmissions made it impossible actually, no, to deliver a positive BI experience. When it comes to mobile technology, accessibility and bandwidth may be seen as problems, but BI solutions offer enhanced capability to anticipate and exceed such possible hurdles. Managed BI solutions for mobile devices only use the server for certain processes. In contrast to web-based mobile BI solutions that offer little to no control over the processing of data on a network. Additionally, local reports are compressed both in the transmission process and once they arrive at the device, giving users made freedom, no, in how they store and receive these reports. So users benefit from quick access, no, to information in a mobile context since the mobile applications runs in a single writing environment that allows access to all BI material independent of language or locations while respecting current security. Additionally, the user won't have to create and manage a unique mobile BI setup. Furthermore, mobile BI uses a lot less bandwidth to work. And the promises of mobile BI include a tiny report, memory footprint, encryption both during transmission and on the device, and compressed data storage for offline consumption. When it comes to mobile client applications, no, the first BlackBerry smartphone designed for wireless email use was produced by Research in Motion in 2002. And wireless email turned out to be the killer app that boosted the market for smartphones. So by the middle of the 2000s, now Research in Motion's BlackBerry had firmly established its dominance in the corporate and governmental sectors of the smartphone industry. The barriers to mobile business, corporate, and governmental sectors of the smartphone industry. So the barriers to mobile business intelligence had been removed from BlackBerry handset. And the BlackBerry provides a substantial larger screen for viewing data. So a standard handling of data across all of its models and user interaction via the thumb wheel and keyboard. So with offerings covering various mobile operating systems like BlackBerry, Windows, Symbian, and data access techniques, BI providers have re-entered the industry. And the two most commonly used methods of accessing data were stated here in our screen. No? So Apple and Android smartphone continue to overtake Research in Motion in terms of market share. So the market share of Google's Android OS increased by 7 points in the first 3 months of 2011. In the same time frame, RIM's market share plummeted and fell by nearly 5 points. Now, the purpose-built mobile BIs. With the release of the iPhone, Apple swiftly established the benchmark for mobile devices. So Apple sold more than 33.75 million units in the first 3 years. Imagine that. In a similar vein, no, Apple sold over 1 million iPads in less than 3 months in 2010. Both gadgets have interactive touchscreen display, which have become the norm for many smartphones and tablet PCs. Instead of using Safari-based apps, developers may now create native iPhone and iPad applications that to Apple's 2008 release of the SDK. And the user can get a robust, simpler to read, and simpler to navigate experience with these native applications. Others jump at the chance to benefit from the popularity of mobile devices and app downloads. For mobile devices using an Android operating system, the Google Play Store recently offers over 700,000 apps, no? Imagine that. What's more, the invention of a mobile device completely altered how individuals utilize their mobile devices for data. And this includes BI for mobile. Again, reports and data can be converted into mobile dashboards using business intelligence software, which can then be instantaneously supplied to any mobile device. Apple Inc. iOS has been surpassed by Google's Inc. Android in the rapidly expanding market for app downloads. And according to the recent data from ABI Research, 31% of all apps downloaded in the second quarter of 2011 were for Apple devices, compared to 44% for Android devices. So the remaining applications supported a variety of other mobile platforms such as BlackBerry and Windows Phone 7. So from being a client applications pursuing data to a purpose-built application created to give the information in workflows essential to quickly make business choices and take action, mobile BI applications have evolved. Web applications versus device-specific applications for mobile BI. In early 2011, as the market for mobile BI software began to mature and adoption began to increase significantly in both small and large businesses, the majority of vendors adopted either a strategy for device-specific purpose-built applications such as iPhone or Android apps downloaded from iTunes or Google Play Store, or a strategy of web applications like browser-based works on most devices without an application being installed on the device. Both approaches have advantages and disadvantages, and the argument is still ongoing. Wider use of HTML5 on mobile devices, which will give web applications many of the features of specialized programs while still enabling them to function to many devices without an installed application, is one potential answer. Microsoft has disclosed its mobile business intelligence plan. In the first half of 2012, Microsoft intends to offer browser-based application for iOS, such as reporting services and performance point. And by the second part of the year, touch-based application on iOS and Android. Contrary to common belief, Microsoft appears to recognize other players in the technological ecosystem in addition to itself. Recent actions seem to support this claim, and the corporation has chosen to make its technologies more widely available rather than trying to stifle competitions or portray new technological advancement as ludicrous. No? Today, a wide variety of mobile devices and platforms are available, and the platform support is also continuously expanding along with the list. Today, there are hundreds of devices with numerous hardware and software configurations, and the business must be very attentive while choosing a device. The target devices will have an impact on the mobile BI design, no? Because a smartphone design will differ from a tablet design, and the number of pixels on the screen, the speed of the processor, the amount of memory, and others all differ. So the mobile BI program must regularly test devices for the mobile BI apps in order to accommodate for the provider's lack of device standardization. And you can always adhere to some best practices for operational mobile BI. A smartphone is an excellent choice. However, tablets are the ideal choice for operational mobile BI. A smartphone is an excellent choice, again, but when it comes to tablets, for the analytics and what-if analysis is also advised. Therefore, a key factor in implementation is the choice or availability of the device. When it comes to demand, the real value is in operational BI. Information in the context of apps, not in pushing reams of data to somebody's phone. Mobile BI delivery is all about providing a users with the practical, tactical information they need to make quick decisions. The term mobile internet or mobile web refers to using a mobile device such as a smartphone to access the internet. IDC anticipate a 73% rise in the mobile workforce in 2011. No? So the mobile internet is growing more quickly than its forerunner, the desktop internet, allowing businesses to provide information to their mobile workforce to aid in the making of more profitable decisions. I think you are also familiar with bring your own technology policies at work. This will be, of course, becoming the rule rather than the exemption. By 2015, media tablet shipments are expected to equal 50% or laptop shipments. With during that time, that is Windows 8 likely coming in the third behind Apple and Android. As a result, Microsoft market share of client platforms, including PCs, tablets, and smartphone, is expected to decline to between 50 to 60%. What will be the business benefits of the mobile BI? Now, the ability of the platform to allow users to completely interact with BI content supplied to mobile devices is one of the criteria examined by Gartner in its most recent Magic Quadrant for Business Intelligence Platform. The essential word here is completely interact. Sending links to static material in email messages or warnings that are incorporated in emails and text barely qualifies as sophisticated mobile analytics. User must be able to navigate dashboard guided analytics with its in order to benefit from mobile BI or as comfortably as the mobile device will allow. Because devices with a high resolution screen in touch interfaces like the iPhone and Android-based phones have a clear advantage over, for example, earlier version of BlackBerry. Taking a step back to clarify your objective in adoptions pattern is equally crucial. So which business users and what specifically are their needs can benefit the most from mobile analytics. Sending a few warnings or summary reports to their handheld doesn't require mobile analytics. Without interactivity, mobile BI is identical to merely informational email or text messages. When it comes to applications, similar to consumer applications, which have grown steadily over the past several years, there are many customs mobile applications being developed as a result of the ongoing desire of anytime, anywhere access to BI. Business had begun implementing mobile solutions for their employees, and this solution will soon play a significant role in fundamental business operation. Way back, May 2010, pool 23% of participating organizations said they already have a mobile BI app or dashboard in place, and another 31% they plan to adopt some kind of mobile BI in the coming year. So we have my mobile browser render app. So web-based thin client HTML only BI application can be run on almost any mobile device. And these apps, however, lack data interactivity and are static. So data is viewed just like it would on a personal computer browsers, and data can be shown with detailed extra work. But mobile browsers can often only support a tiny portion of a web browser's interactivity. For the customized app, and most commonly, let's say, for example, during your fourth year level, you are required to develop a system in your capstone project. And most commonly, we are proposing a customized app. This method can be improved by rendering its report and dashboard in a format that is appropriate for the device that is being used. In other words, give information specific to the screen size, maximize days of screen space, and make navigation control device-specific available. Let's say, for example, this include the BlackBerry thumb or thumb button, the palm up, down, left, right arrows, and the iPhone gesture compared to the prior method. This is involved more effort but no new software. For the mobile client app, looking forward that somebody was able to develop a mobile app specifically for a client during your capstone project, the most sophisticated option is the mobile client app, which offers complete interactivity with the BI content being seen on the device. Method also offers periodic caching of data, allowing offline viewing and analysis. Imagine, with analysis. Business in various industries, from retail to even non-profit organizations, are beginning to recognize the value of mobile applications designed specifically for their mobile workforce. During the development, the creation of native mobile BI app is challenging, particularly in terms of user interaction and data display rendering. The creation of mobile BI apps has historically been a time-consuming and costly endeavor that requires organization to depend the investment for the mobile workforce. They need information that is tailored to their field of work that they can interact with and evaluate to learn more in addition to messaging and notification. So, the mobile be apps with bespoke coding. Okay? Applications for mobile BI are frequently developed specifically for the mobile operating system using proprietary code. For instance, I think a majority of you here are very familiar with Java. Now, Java coding is required for Android apps, while Objective-C coding is required for iPhone apps. So the mobile BI app must be coded to integrate with the accompanying server architecture necessary to deliver data to the app. In addition to its user functions, while custom-coded apps provide almost infinite customization choices, the cost of creating, updating, and maintaining such apps can be high, especially in mobile. Now, how about the mobile BI applications with fixed forms? No? On order to access existing BI platforms or other data sources, business data can be shown in a mobile BI client or yung naka-web server siya. And which eliminates the requirement for new master data sources in the specific server infrastructure. This option can typically be swiftly implemented utilizing already existing data sources and offers fixed and programmable data visualization like charts, tables, trends, KPIs, and linkages. Because the data visualization, however, have some limitations and can always be expanded over what the provider offers. No? So mobile BI apps develop using graphical tools. No? The graphical drag and drop programming environment of BI platforms can also be used to create mobile BI applications. No? So as what we have here, no? We have apps can be developed without coding. Apps can be easily modified and maintained using the BI platform change management tools. App can be used any range the visualization and not be limited to just a few. Apps can incorporate specific business workflows and the BI platform provide the server infrastructure. So when a custom application is required, using graphical BI developed tools can enable faster mobile BI app development. For security, mobile device dependence in high adoption rates makes safe mobile computing a serious concern. According to the mobile business intelligence market study, security is the top concern for business, 63% overall. And this level of security must be offered by a thorough mobile security solutions, for device, for transmission, for authorization, authentication, and network security. So under security consideration for mobile BI apps, BI apps, the easiest approach to guarantee data won't be tampered with, according to a senior analyst, is to not store it on the client device or mobile device. Since the data can be stored on servers in the data center with access limited to the network, there is no local copy to lose if the mobile device is stolen. And the majority of smartphone manufacturers offer a comprehensive suite of security capabilities such as full disk encryption, email encryption, and remote management with the option to delete information in the event of a lost or a stolen device. Additionally, certain devices like RIMs, BlackBerry, include built-in antivirus and firewall software from third parties. For the transmission security, measures created to shield data from unlawful interception, traffic analysis, and imitative deception are referred to as a transmission security. So, and iSeries access for Windows, actually. We have the safeguard include virtual private networks, connection, secure SACR layer. So, a secure data transmission should prevent the data from being altered by a party while it travels through the network and allow the sender and receiver's identifiers to be confirmed using a cryptographic share key system with an SSL tunnel that is secured. This can be done using triple DES or AES. For the security, network security authorization and authentication, the act of defining access privileges or to limit users' access to information is referred to as authorization. The process of establishing or validating a user's truth or authenticity is referred to as authentication. in order to prevent and keep track of unauthorized access, misuse, modification, and denial of the computer network in resources that can be accessed through it. So the network administrator adopts certain provisions and policies known as network security. Mobility presents additionally special security challenges. It is crucial to handle data safely as it is sent outside the company firewall and into uncharted territory. In order to do this, systems for encrypted data transfer and centralized access control like LDAP directory can be created. No? So for the BI functions, no, the authentication choices in policy control must be made available on the mobile platform for BI software platform. In order to maintain strong security requirements, platform for business intelligence tools must provide the storing of credentials in a secure encrypted keychain. To minimize administration and maintenance of users, administrative control of password policy should provide the formation of security profiles for its users and seamless connections with centralized security directories. So product mobile BI solutions are provided by a variety of BI vendors and specialty software providers. Ito po yung mga sample, no? So, again, before I end, no? Challenges of mobile business intelligence. Despite all the good things that mobile BI solutions brings, organizations are also exposed to a number of challenges when trying to achieve a successful platform adoption. No? So regardless of the delivery option, customers must consider usability. Displaying familiar content in the mobile browser does not necessarily mean that it can be used intuitively. Companies and app developers should take great care in designing the user interface to ensure the app's acceptance, especially in operational scenarios where workers may not be accustomed to using BI. When implementing a mobile BI solution, security and privacy may pose problems. Companies have to make sure they implement strong security configurations in order to protect sensitive business and user data. Furthermore, the mobile strategy should be aligned with existing security procedures. Mobile devices can easily be hacked, lost, or stolen. So using mobile BI may consequently put sensitive or confidential information at greater risk of being breached. So due to the limited screen size of mobile devices, the design of mobile BI application present new challenges to developers, and each device and browsers works differently. And this will be my references, and thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abante, for your thorough and insightful discussion about mobile business intelligence. I am amazed on how natural Dr. Abante discussed the mobile BI to us. Indeed, Dr. Abante is an expert in his field. Because we have limited time, we will now proceed to the last topic that will be discussed by Mr. Jonathan Agner, our last speaker for this seminar. He is currently taking Bachelor of Science in Information Technology at Universidad de Manila, and he will discuss the topic real-time business intelligence.
Next ako, te. Next mo pa. Real-time business intelligence. Real-time business intelligence, or RTBI, is the process of delivering business intelligence or information about business operations as they occur. Real-time means near to zero latency and access to information whenever it's required. And this real-time business intelligence ay ito yung nagko-combine sa data analytics and various data processing tools to enable access to the most relevant data and visualizations. And the RTBI use the business intelligence system and real-time data warehouses na kung saan ito yung dalawang examples ng mga smart data storage solution para to help the organization to make smarter or wise decisions. And real-time business intelligence makes sense for some applications, but not for others. A fact that organizations need to take into account as they consider investment in real-time business intelligence tools. Meaning, ang real-time business intelligence ay may dulot or may impact for some applications na kung saan ang bawat organizations ay kailangan i-consider na investment ang isang real-time business intelligence tools. Ang real-time business intelligence tools ay nakapagbibigay ng iba't ibang benefits na helpful, gaya ng instant decision making, competitive advantage, and rapid detection of critical issues. And evolution of RTBI. In today's competitive environment with high consumer expectations, meaning is sa bawat decisions nga raw ng mga organization and company based sa nakukuha nilang current data na galing sa customer, ay magkukos ng magandang relationship sa customer sa kanilang company. Kasi namimit nga yung needs, concerns, and feedback ng bawat customer. And this technology is real-time business intelligence, are also known as real-time sales analysis, operational business intelligence, data insights, and business insights. And RTBI systems or real-time business intelligence systems ang siyang nagpo-provide ng bawat informations na kinakailangan to strategically improve an enterprise's processes and immediately capitalize on events as they occur. And the next is latency. All-time business intelligence systems have some latency, but the goal is to minimize the time from the business events happening to a corrective action or notification being initiated. So ano nga ba yung latency? So the latency is a time delay between the cause and the effect of some physical change in the system being observed. Or ito yung tinatawag na lag sa online games. And si analyst Richard Hawthorne described 3 types of latency. Pa-next nga po, andiyan yun. And 3 types of latency. Now, the one is data latency. Dito, yung time niya is to collect and store the data. And ang pangalawa is analysis latency. Dito, yung time niya is to analyze the data and turn it into actionable information. And ang pangatlo, action latency. The time taken to react to the information and take action. And ang real-time business intelligence technologies ay nakadesenyo to reduce these all 3 latencies to as close to 0 as possible. Whereas ang traditional business intelligence ay nakatuon lang to reduce the data latency. At ini-ignore nga itong dalawa na to, which is analysis latency and action latency. Dahil itong araw ay both controlled by manual processes. Next po. Ito pala. Event-based. Real-time business intelligence systems are event-driven. So real-time business intelligence systems are event-driven na kung saan ito yung software architecture na nagpo-promote ng production, detection, consumption, and reaction to events. And RTBI system may employ techniques such as complex event processing, event stream processing, and mashup na upang ma-analyze ang bawat events nang hindi mo na ito binabago and mailagay sa isang database. And since the data does not have to be written into the database, ang data latency ay maaaring maging kasing baba ng ilang milliseconds, lalo na kapag ginagamit ang mga in-memory techniques na kung saan ito ay isang database management system na nakarely sa main memory for computer data storage. And next is data warehouse. An alternative approach to event-driven architectures is to increase the recycle of an existing data warehouse to update the data more frequently. So ang real-time data warehouse system na ito ay maaring mag-update ng data ng halos sobrang bilis na kung saan ang data latency is typically in the range from minutes to hours. And since the data analysis is still usually manual, then the total latency is significantly different from event-driven architectural approaches. Next po. Serverless technology. The latest alternative innovation to real-time event-driven and or real-time data warehouse architecture is MSSO technology, multiple source simple output, na kung saan ito yung nagre-remove ng needs for the data warehouse and intermediary servers, dahil ang mga ito is nakakagawa nitong maka-access ng real-time data na directly from the source and even from the multiple disparate sources. And dahil ang real-time data or live data ay direktang ina-access sa pamamagitan ng serverless na paraan, then it provides the potential for zero latency and real-time data in the truest sense. The next is process aware. This is sometimes considered a subset of operational intelligence and is also identified with business activity monitoring. And this process aware, it allows entire processes to be monitored, and ang bawat processes na ito ay gaya ng transactions and steps. And sa metrics naman, yung mga sukat nga is tinitignan dito yung latency, completion failed ratios, and etc., which can be examined compared to the warehouse historic data and trended in real time. And sa pamamagitan nga ng advanced implementation, it allows threshold detection, alerting, and providing feedback to the process execution system. Next po. Technologies that support real-time analytics. Technologies that can be supported to enable real-time business intelligence are data visualization, data federation, enterprise information integration, enterprise application integration, and service-oriented architecture. So dito, yung complex event processing tools can be used to analyze data streams in real time na maaring mabigyan ng kaalertuhan ang bawat worker sa isang patterns and trends na nangyayari. Dahil nga, ang goal ng complex event processing is to identify meaningful events gaya ng mga opportunities and gayon din sa threats. And sa bawat real-time situation, it can be respond to them as quickly as possible. And may isa dyan na data warehouse appliances. So the data warehouse appliance is the combination of hardware and software product na kung saan ito ay ginawa para sa analytical processing. And the DBA or database administrator can spend a significant amount of time tuning and putting structures around the data upang ang database ay mag-function ng maayos kahit na ito ay ginagamit ng maraming users. And data warehouse appliance package ay may sariling operating system, storage, database management system, software, and mga required na hardware. Next is mobile technology. The number of vendors for providing mobile business intelligence are very limited. And ang MBI or mobile business intelligence ay kasama sa business intelligence architecture. And ang mobile business intelligence ay nagagamit ng mga tao to using their mobile phones to access the existing business intelligence applications. And ang mga ito ay ang Power BI, Oracle Analytics, at marami pang iba. Next po. And ito yung mga application areas. Gaya nga ng algorithmic trading, fraud detection, systems monitoring, applications performance monitoring, customer relationship management, demand sensing, dynamic pricing and yield management, data validation, operational intelligence and risk management, payment and cash monitoring, data security monitoring, supply chain optimization, RFID sensor network data analysis, working streaming, call center optimization, enterprise mashup and mashup dashboards, transportation industry. And may nabanggit ditong transformation industry. And this transformation industry can be benefit by using real-time analytics. Na ang example nga dito is ang railroad network. And depende nga sa results na provide ng real-time analytics, the dispatcher can make a decision on what kind of train he can dispatch on the track, depending on the train traffic and depende rin sa mga crops and commodities na ipinapadala or na-ship. And ay lamang po.
Thank you very much, Mr. Agner, for your calm and enlightening discussion about real-time business intelligence. I learned that real-time BI made the understanding of data more faster and implementing it to make intelligent business decisions. All the topics have been discussed, so we can now proceed to our question and answer. So anyone who have questions for the speaker, you may unmute your mic or post your questions at the chat box.
Okay, may I butt in for a while now? I'll just want to add additional inputs no with when it comes to real time no. Again, it's crucial to take into account the connection between BI and big data as the data environment develops and the collection, storage, analysis of data becomes more complicated. What exactly is big data, which can recently become a bit of buzzword in the industry, no? So as you might expect in this significant for BI because system for BI must keep up with the rising demands placed on them a business produce more and more data every year. So a solid platform will expand as need rise, no? But a big data develops dashboard and data source could become obsolete if they are not kept up with. Now, every year we identify current trends to keep consumer up to date on developments because business intelligence is constantly changing to stop up with corporate needs and technological advancement. Recognize that machine learning and artificial intelligence will continue to advance and that firms may incorporate the insights from these technologies into a larger BI strategy. So companies will work more to exchange data and collaborate as they attempt to become more data-driven. So using data visualization to collaborate across teams and departments will become even more crucial. So the word of business intelligence is only briefing introduced and with the use of BI capabilities for almost real-time sales tracking, users may learn more about client behavior and entire revenues, among other things. So as growing Okay, go ahead. Is there any question? Do you have any questions so far before we end? Miss MC, go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Abante, for that. Because we don't have questions for now, so we will uh, proceed to awarding our awarding of certificates. So thank you very much. First, I want to thank the speakers. We thank all of you for imparting to our attendees your insights. So for the awarding of certificates, first we award Miss Shainna Mae Aguilar a certificate of recognition for sharing her valuable knowledge as a speaker during the seminar entitled Introduction to Business Intelligence on 22nd of November of the year 2022. And the second speaker would be Jonathan Agner for sharing his valuable knowledge as a speaker during the seminar entitled Intro to Business Intelligence on 22nd of November of the year 2022. For the third is our professor, Dr. Marmelo Abante, for his valuable knowledge and expertise as a speaker during the seminar entitled Intro to Business Intelligence on 22nd of November of the year 2022. Wow. And an appreciation certificate for me, yours truly, your Master of Ceremony, Maria Angeline Barliso. Thank you for this award. For our closing remarks, I would like to thank everyone who attend this seminar, and we appreciate all of you for making your time available to attend. So we thank our professor for guiding us and assisting us as we conduct this seminar. So our seminar has now officially ended. Thank you for attending and have a nice day.